Picture this, you're at the airport, standing in the security line, feeling good about your upcoming trip. But then, beep, the scanner goes off. Suddenly, you're pulled aside for an extra check. Meanwhile, someone else, dressed sharp and put together, breezes through without a second glance. Coincidence? Maybe. But in reality, what you wear can absolutely impact your airport experience. Hey travelers, believe it or not, what you wear could slow you down at security or even get you flagged for extra screening. Some outfits raise red flags with airport staff, making your trip way more stressful than it needs to be. Airlines may not have a formal dress code for most flights, but passengers who put in a little effort often get better treatment. Whether it's a friendly smile from staff, more leniency with seat requests, or even a surprise upgrade. Dress well, stay polite, and throw in a friendly smile. You'll be amazed at how much smoother your trip gets. So before you pack, watch this first, because a simple wardrobe choice might be the difference between breezing through security and getting stuck in an awkward pat down, or even between an average flight and an unexpectedly pleasant one. Let's get into it. Ever found yourself stuck at airport security, awkwardly struggling to untie your shoes while everyone behind you impatiently waits? Or worse, realizing too late that your fancy boots or metal accented sneakers just triggered the scanner, earning you an extra security pat down? It happens more often than you'd think, and the wrong footwear can turn a smooth airport experience into an unnecessary hassle. But it's not just about getting through security faster. What you wear on your feet can also affect your comfort during the flight and even your safety in an emergency. High boots, complicated lace-ups, or shoes with metal details are some of the biggest culprits. They might look stylish, but when you're forced to fumble with zippers or laces under pressure, you'll wish you had worn something simpler. Metal accents, even tiny ones, can set off detectors, adding minutes and frustration to your screening process. And then there are flip-flops and loose sandals. Sure, they're easy to slip on, but they offer zero support. And the last thing you want is to trip while rushing through a crowded airport. Not to mention, if there's ever an emergency on board, you'll want sturdy shoes that stay on your feet and protect them from unexpected hazards. So what's the best choice? A pair of lightweight sneakers, slip-ons, or running shoes with good support. They're easy to take off and put back on at security, comfortable enough for long walks between terminals, and secure enough to keep your feet safe if needed. If you go with sneakers that have laces, make sure they're easy to loosen. Feet tend to swell on long flights, and tight shoes can make that discomfort even worse. A solid grip is another must-have. Airport floors can be slippery, and no one wants to start their trip with a near faceplant at the gate. Alright, so we've covered shoes, but what about what goes inside them? Socks might seem like an afterthought, but if you've ever had to walk barefoot through airport security, you know exactly why they matter. Nobody wants to step on that cold, questionably clean airport floor. But beyond just keeping your feet off the ground, socks play a huge role in your overall comfort, especially on longer flights. If you're flying for more than 2 hours, compression socks are a game changer. They apply gentle pressure to your legs and ankles, helping with circulation, reducing swelling, and even lowering the risk of blood clots. Sitting in one spot for hours on end can make your legs feel stiff and heavy, and the last thing you want is to arrive at your destination feeling like your feet belong to someone else. And here's something a lot of people don't think about. If you plan on taking your shoes off during the flight, bring a clean pair of socks. The cabin floor isn't exactly the cleanest place, and slipping into fresh socks makes a world of difference. Plus, your seatmates will appreciate it if your feet stay fresh. A simple travel hack. Grab a good pair of compression socks that you can wash and reuse on every trip. They come in all sorts of designs now, so you don't have to feel like you're wearing medical gear. And once you start using them, you'll wonder how you ever flew without them. Alright, let's settle this. Pants or shorts for a flight? At first glance, shorts might seem like the obvious choice. They're easy, breathable, and keep you cool, right? But here's the thing, planes get cold. And I mean freezing cold. If you've ever been stuck on a long flight, with icy air blowing down on you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Pants are the way to go, no question. But not just any pants. The goal is comfort and practicality, so here's what to look for. Go for soft, stretchy materials like joggers or chinos. Basically, something that moves with you, not against you. And whatever you do, avoid pants with a tight waistband or a belt. Sitting for hours in something restrictive? No thanks. A loose, elastic waistband makes all the difference, especially if you tend to bloat mid-flight, which, let's be honest, happens to the best of us. Now, let's talk fit. Wide leg pants might be stylish, but they're a disaster for travel. They can get caught on escalators, drag on airport bathroom floors, which is NOT where you want your clothes touching, and just pick up all kinds of unwanted germs. Stick with tapered or slim fit styles. They're safer, cleaner, and way more practical. And one more thing, avoid jumpsuits or rompers at all costs. They might look cute, but the second you step into an airplane lavatory and realize you basically have to undress just to use the bathroom, you'll regret everything. Lastly, dark colors are your best friend. Spills happen. Stains happen. That coffee turbulence combo? Yeah, it's real. Dark pants help hide any unfortunate accidents, so you don't have to walk off the plane looking like a mess. Bottom line, shorts might sound tempting, but pants are the real MVP of air travel. Warmth, protection, and comfort all in one. Just choose the right pair, and you're good to go. Let's be real, no one really talks about underwear when it comes to flying, but get it wrong, and you'll be uncomfortable for hours. Sitting in a cramped airplane seat with the wrong choice? Not fun. First rule, skip anything too tight or non-breathable. Synthetic fabrics that trap heat and moisture? That's a recipe for discomfort, especially on long-haul flights. Stick with soft, breathable materials like cotton or microfiber. They wick away moisture, keep things fresh, and make a massive difference when you're stuck in one seat for hours. And here's a game-changing tip. Bring a spare pair. After a long flight, a quick underwear change when you land, instant refresh. You'll feel 1,000 times better stepping off the plane. It's a tiny detail, but trust me, get this right, you'll never suffer through an uncomfortable flight again. Ever been freezing on a plane, shivering under that flimsy airline blanket? Or the opposite, sweating because the cabin suddenly feels like a sauna? The trick to staying comfortable at 30,000 feet isn't guessing what the temperature will be, it's layering. Start with a solid base layer, something soft, breathable, and comfortable like a cotton or moisture-wicking t-shirt. This is your foundation, so if you have to shed layers at security or mid-flight, you're still dressed appropriately. Next, add a versatile mid-layer like a lightweight sweater or hoodie. This gives you extra warmth without feeling bulky, and you can easily take it off if needed. Finally, top it off with a functional outer layer. A zip-up jacket with pockets and a hood is perfect. Zip up when it's cold, unzip if you need to cool down, and that hood? It's a lifesaver when you just want to block out the world and get some rest. Bonus points if it's dark colored. Spills happen, and darker fabrics hide them way better than light ones. Layering isn't just about staying warm, it's about being adaptable. Planes, airports, and your final destination can all have different temperatures, and dressing in layers lets you adjust without the hassle. A little planning goes a long way, and once you get your travel outfit dialed in, you'll never board a flight unprepared again. In summary, to ensure a comfortable and appropriate outfit for air travel, consider the following. Footwear. Opt for comfortable lace-up walking shoes that provide support during long walks through terminals and are easy to adjust if your feet swell during the flight. Socks. Compression socks are beneficial for flights over 2 hours as they promote blood flow, reducing swelling and fatigue. Bottoms. Choose loose-fitting pants with elastic waistbands to avoid discomfort and restricted blood flow during prolonged sitting. Tops. Layer with an undershirt, a high-neck t-shirt, and a zip-up jacket with a hood and pockets to adjust to varying cabin temperatures. Accessories. Minimize jewelry to expedite security checks and opt for dark-colored clothing to conceal potential spills or stains. Extras. Pack a change of clothes in your personal item bag for unforeseen circumstances, and consider bringing travel size, wrinkle release spray, and a stain remover stick for convenience. By focusing on comfort and practicality, you'll be well prepared for a pleasant travel experience. Alright, let's talk about what not to wear on a flight, because let's be honest, we've all seen at least one person at the airport struggling with their outfit choices. Maybe it's the person wrestling with their knee-high boots as security, or someone shivering in shorts because they forgot. Planes basically double as freezers. Let's make sure that person isn't you. First up, tight or restrictive clothing. Ever tried sitting in a cramped airplane seat for hours while your jeans cut off your circulation? Yeah, not fun. Fabrics that dig into your skin or don't stretch? Also a no-go. Loose, breathable, and flexible, that's the winning combo. Then there's complicated outfits. You know, the ones with endless buttons, layers, or zippers that look great, but turn into a nightmare when you're trying to maneuver in a tiny airplane bathroom. Keep it simple. If an outfit takes effort to put on or take off, it's probably not the best for travel. And let's not forget strong fragrances. Love your signature cologne? The person sitting next to you might not. In a packed cabin with recycled air, even the nicest perfume can turn overwhelming real fast. Best bet? Go light or skip it altogether. Another one that people don't always think about, clothing that makes a statement in the worst way. That t-shirt with a bold political message or something offensive. Probably not worth the side eyes, and in some cases, it could even cause unnecessary drama at the airport. Neutral is the way to go. Jewelry and metal accessories? Keep it minimal. You don't want to be the person holding up the security line, digging through your stuff to remove multiple rings, belts, and necklaces just to get through the scanner. And last but not least, heels or uncomfortable shoes. If you're walking through terminals, standing in security lines, or worst case, running to make a tight connection, trust me, you'll want something comfortable. Slip-ons, sneakers, anything that's easy to move in. Bottom line, your travel outfit should work for you, not against you. Skip these mistakes, and your airport experience will be way smoother. What you wear on a flight is important, but your accessories and medical devices can also impact your airport experience. Security checkpoints are designed to catch anything suspicious, and sometimes, even everyday items can cause unexpected holdups. Let's talk jewelry first. Small accessories like wedding bands or simple earrings usually don't cause any issues, but larger, bulkier pieces or anything with a lot of metal, that's a different story. If you're wearing chunky necklaces, statement rings, or heavy watches, they might trigger metal detectors, leading to extra screening. The best move? Slip bulky jewelry into your carry-on before security and put it back on later. Saves time, saves hassle. Now, for anyone traveling with medical devices, there are a few key things to know. Devices like insulin pumps, feeding tubes, or ostomy bags are generally allowed, but always inform TSA officers before screening begins. A TSA notification card or medical documentation can speed things up and help avoid unnecessary questioning. Every airport's procedures can vary, so checking the latest TSA and airline guidelines before you fly is always a good idea. Ever feel like security checks take way longer than they should? Here's a simple hack to get through smoothly. Empty your pockets before reaching the scanner. Instead of tossing your phone, wallet, and loose items into a bin where they can get lost, or worse, swiped, tuck them into your jacket pockets. Then just take off your jacket and place it in the bin. Everything stays together, nothing gets left behind, and you move through security faster. A little planning goes a long way, and when you're not scrambling to collect your things, at the end of the line, you'll thank yourself for the extra second you took to stay organized. In wrapping up, remember that dressing thoughtfully for air travel isn't just about looking good, it's about ensuring your comfort, safety, and ease throughout the journey. By choosing attire that's both practical and comfortable, you'll navigate security with less hassle. Stay cozy during the flight and be ready to hit the ground running at your destination. So next time you're packing for a trip, give a little extra thought to your travel outfit. It can make all the difference between a stressful journey and a smooth, enjoyable flight. Safe travels!